Welcome back. Well, these models aren't just walking the runway. They are walking with purpose. The Art Bra Runway show celebrating cancer survivors while raising money for life-changing therapies. Since 2009, After the Storm has donated more than $825,000 to local cancer centers.
Incredible. Joining us live now is Christine Willett, president and founder of After the Storm, Inc., and a 19-year breast cancer survivor, and board member Kim Natoli. Nice to see both of you ladies.
Yeah. Thanks for having us on.
Of course. First of all, let's talk about your story. We were just chatting in commercial break. What a woman you are. Celebrating 19 years. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But I also want to talk about your diagnosis. When you were diagnosed with cancer, you were pregnant with your second child.
Yes, I was pregnant with my son Chase, and my older son Connor was 3 years old at the time.
What was that like?
It was a whirlwind. Like, everything just happened so fast and so quickly because I was pregnant. I was 30 years old. So, you know, the people at Middlesex, where I had all my treatments and everything done, they were right on top of things from the get-go. Things moved very quickly from being diagnosed to having my mastectomy to then, you know, scheduling, having Chase being born, and then right into all of the testing, the chemo, the radiation, an extra year of Herceptin because I was HER2 positive, and then I did 3 years of a clinical trial.
Wow. I know all the moms watching are thinking, like, how do you even go through that mentally? Having a child alone is so difficult, and then fighting this battle on top of it.
You really I couldn't personally think about it that much because I had a newborn. So all of that thought and energy was going into, okay, I've got a 3-year-old and I have a newborn, so this is what I need to do. So I didn't have time to really sit and think about a lot because I was so busy with the boys.
But a beautiful thing came from what you went through, After the Storm, Inc. Tell us all about this wonderful organization that you founded.
So I started with a support group out of Guilford by a friend named Melissa, and she ran it for young women who have different needs, being breast cancer survivors and people that are diagnosed when they're older. And we were raising money for a documentary called Cancer Seriously, and we did our first Art Bra at the Madison Beach Hotel. We had 100 people. We raised $7,000. We were done with all of our fundraising, and I was like, I know what I can do with this. Like, this is something I can pick up and run with. The people at Middlesex had just started their integrative medicine therapy, so yoga, Reiki, reflexology, all of those things that are not covered by insurance. And so I took the two worlds that sort of came together, and you know, we just blossomed this into a huge event since 2009. We typically have 500 people at the AquaTurf, and we raise tens of thousands of dollars in that night.
Wow, and you have grown, obviously. Yes. It continues to grow, and we have this beautiful event coming up, and we've even been taking a look at some of the art bras that you brought here today.
Gorgeous.
Can you talk to us about the different designs that come about each year? How do you even come up with these beautiful bras and their representation?
So it's hard. We actually just turned our bra in last Saturday, and we've been planning to do it for like a year now.
Yep.
I'm not going to tell you what it is because that'll ruin the surprise.
Okay.
But we have had a keg bra.
That actually works.
And it
she was telling us.
Yeah.
I love it.
And we had an airplane bra, and the propellers actually spun. So the keg bra went for $2,300, and all that money goes towards all the survivors.
Wow, that is incredible.
It is incredible. And you know what I love most about this, and perhaps, Kim, you could talk more about this. You know what I love about this fundraiser is that, let's be honest, when we're talking about breast cancer, it could be scary, it could be uncomfortable for some women. It's a tough topic. But with these beautiful bras and a whole lot of fun, you are bringing lightness to a really tough topic, and obviously raising a lot of money. What's the vibe like? What is the energy like inside the AquaTurf during these fundraisers?
Oh, it's awesome. This is way out of my comfort zone, by the way, to get up there with a bra on. But it's being around all the girls, all the survivors. I actually had a scare myself. It wasn't cancerous, but I've also lost a lot of family and friends to it. But just being around all the energy is amazing. The girls are just awesome, and it's fun.
And having that support, and I know men get involved too, which is so important to just show that inclusivity as well. And so give us the details. It's coming up in August.
So it's August 6th at the AquaTurf. We still have tickets. They're $60. That gets you, you know, food during our cocktail hour. We have our pink teenie, which is also available. We have tons of raffles, and it's just an overall good time. And the men always always leave everybody laughing at the end.
They sure do.
Can we look at these closely? Can you tell us a little bit more? We're seeing the pencils over on the pink one. I love that so much.
So the pink one is called Pencil Me In, and that's made by 3 friends from Middlefield. And they get together every year and they enjoy spending time. But the theme of that is that as women, we tend to put everybody else's needs above others, and that we really need to make sure that we take that time to schedule our own preventative care so that we are able to continue to be able to take care of others.
So true.
And then this blue one is Memories Matter, and our volunteer Tracy, she works at Arbor Rose, which is a residential living facility for people with dementia. And so she gathered a bunch of the ladies there, and they created, this is really an Alzheimer's bra. So all the colors on that bra represent, you know, the different things with Alzheimer's. So the blue are the patients that are the people that have it. The white represents the hope. And then on the back, I know it's hard to see, but there's orange and yellow roses also, and that represents the supporters and the caregivers of the people with Alzheimer's.
Beautiful.
So it was just a great way for different communities to come together to be able to support each other.
It is so beautiful and artistic in their own way, too. Such great ideas. Ladies,
Thank you.
thank you for what you're doing in the community.